A mother was ordered to pay back £50,000 looted from her own daughter's inheritance left to them from their grandmother's will. How sick must you be? You have to be psychopathic if you're moving like that, boys. They're not even like over 18. You're robbing from kids. Your own blood. Ugh. You nasty. Catherine Hill, 54, and her father Gerard Hill, 94. Oh my God. So the grandfather was in it too. Staged a blatant and brazen fraud. Taking every penny inherited by the two girls from their beloved gran. There she is there. Are those crutches even real? Because she seems to be walking without them. Disgusting. That's one of her daughters, I guess. Her and her sister realised the fraud when one of them tried to take money to buy a house. That's their deposit money gone. From their own mother. That's their grandmother, I guess. 94 years old. That's what she left behind for her last thing for her grandchildren. Like, oh, she's rolling in her grave, man. The sizable £50,000 inheritance was generously gifted for Gemma and Jessica Thomas by their grandmother Margaret Hill in a trust for their 25th birthday. Margaret died in 2013 and placed the money for the two girls in a trust when Jessica was 12 and Gemma was 15. Catherine and her father Gerald were trustees of the account, but drained it completely within just over a year while the girls were just children. Oh my God, this is so disgusting. Like, this is not what... A normal mother doesn't do this. A normal mother dies for her kids. A normal mother starves for her kids. What she's doing is almost sociopathic. And the grandfather at 94, like, what's he going to do with that money? Like, you're almost dead. Like, how can you not put your grown grandchildren before you, especially when you don't need the money? Like, where are you going to go Ibiza and party with the money? Like, what are you going to do with it? Buy a nice car? For what? So sociopathic. And then to know as young girls that your own mother stole from you, that's just going to make your life so much harder. That's going to break you. That can break a person. Because life is so hard in this country. So many of us find it so hard to even start to buy one house on the property ladder. And they had that privilege, the girls, because their grandmother left that money for them. They would have been able to get into the property ladder and make a great life for themselves and hopefully start building generational wealth. But their own mother stripped that away from them. Their own mother. Imagine being abused like that and robbed by your own mum and presumably the person you lived with at the time. Disgusting. Nasty. A court heard that due to inflation, the sum stolen by their greedy and spiteful mother and grandfather was now worth in the region of £65,000. But their shameless mother and grandfather tried to lie their way out of it by claiming they posted cash in envelopes through the girls' letterbox. It's like, who does that? Come on. Like, if you're gonna lie, like, do a good lie. Like, who's gonna go out of their way to put money in envelopes when you could have just transferred the money to their account directly, which would have saved you time, would have had less risk, and you know that the money's been received. Like, there's no liars going to be involved. So you're blatantly a liar. Like, who posts cash in envelopes? Only an idiot. Only a fraudster who wants to steal the money anyways. I mean, you kind of gave yourself away, love. Not that smart in the head, are you? Jesus. However, and thankfully, the Hills were found guilty and Catherine Hill jailed for 30 months and her father handed a 12-month suspended sentence. You know what? I am sick of these lenient sentences that we have in this country. Obviously, her robbing money is less of a crime than killing someone, but we're just too easy. 12 months is nothing, man. 30 months is nothing. And obviously you're going to get less than that anyway. And from what I know in this country, you actually get to leave earlier than your cell. Like, I think it's like you spend half a time of your jail sentence and then you can go. This is nothing. That's a pat on the back. And because she's only 54, like, who cares if she can't get another job again? Probably on the dole, like, because that's the kind of mindset a person would have to do this. You're probably on the dole. She ain't working, you know. So she's gonna go back on the dole and just live normal. Like, do you know the amount of emotional damage she's now put on her kids? She's whacked in the head, man. Look, as much as I want to hate on these people, like, end of the day, she must have some sort of psychological difference in her head. She's not normal thinking. A mother would never do that to her kids. Like, maybe a lot of mothers would ask for some of that money, like, you know what I'm saying, too, and maybe guilt trip their kids by saying, you know what, I looked after you your whole entire life. But 99% of mothers, I'll tell you something right now, they would not rob that kind of money from their kids. Never. She's not a real mum. Something psychologically perverse in her head. That is the truth. The demons got to her. She's got a psychological perversion. Mothers don't do that. The court heard Catherine Hill had placed the money into an instant access Barclays everyday saver account despite being advised not to. I mean, it's so obvious. If you're going to be a fraudster, be an honourable fraudster and do it right. Like, pull it off. This is obvious. She and her father both had cards for their account within 12 months of opening it. Most of the £50,000 cash had been withdrawn through cash withdrawals. The fraud was only realised in 2018 when one of the girls asked for her money early so she could buy a house with her boyfriend. I mean, how crushing. How crushing to be in the know that you have this money there for you, probably 25 grand. They're probably going to split it half and half between the two sisters, right? And then you know that your life is starting off good. Like, you have a leg up compared to most people. Like, you have a way to win in this world. And then the gut-wrenching feeling when you realise the money's gone. I couldn't imagine that pain. Catherine Hill, the mother, was told she must pay £50,000 in 3 months or face 6 months prison in default. Mr. Hill, the grandfather, was ordered to pay £6,000 for his part in the fraud or face 3 months in prison. The court heard if neither of the Hills pay, they'll be jailed, but their debts would not be cleared. And this is what's so sad at the end of the day. Those kids will never get the money back, almost definitely.